late, so you could order some from your local music store. I mentioned getting an extra set of strings, so if you don't have any picks, good idea would be to order, a half dozen picks. They're only about 25 cents each, along with an extra set of strings for whatever guitar you have. You can order those from your local music store. If they're not open, they might still be doing mail order business, could send it to your house in a couple days, or else any online Guitar Center, Sam Ash, get a bag of picks. All right, because that's what we want to use for this part of the class. Although we're doing mostly fingers in here, a pick I think is an essential technique that you should all be familiar with as students of the guitar for certain songs. And then ideally the goal is, depending on what you're playing, you can switch between both fingers on certain songs and pieces, and then picks on maybe some more of the rock type of stuff that you want to play, or you want to use a pick to get that sound. All right, so we're going to go to the new song here from last week is Wish You Were Here. So that was the handout, so that PDF is on Blackboard course materials. I only wrote out the new chord C on this one, and all the other chords are still on your handout for Knocking on Heaven's Door. I think you all know those three by now, since you did them on the midterm. But if you need to refresh your memory on the GC or the GDA minor, just go back to your Knocking on Heaven's Door handout, and those three grids are at the top of that one. He's still working on the strum on this one. We're not going to do it again today, but as I mentioned, many of you didn't have the strum rhythm correctly at the bottom. So keep working on that, improving that. That's still going to be on the final. Both these chord songs, plus probably one other one, are going to be on your final exam. So keep working on that Knocking on Heaven's Door, even if we're not doing it every day in class. That should be improving. All right, but today we're going to get to Wish You Were Here. This was our new chord, which was the C chord from last week on Monday. So you should have the hang of that one by now, even if you can't switch it quickly. This is a headstock tuner, by the way. This is a Snark. A lot of people have these Snark tuners these days. About 15 or 18 bucks or something. They're great. Headstock tuner, which are useful if you're trying to tune in a loud situation. The rest of the band can still be playing, and you can use these as opposed to the tuner app, which needs to be silent so the mic isn't picking up the rest of the room. So these are very useful. Eventually you're sticking with guitar and want to get something in addition in the tuner app. Very useful. So the C chord again, third finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret, and remember that grid is at the bottom of the handout here. So make sure you got the C chord. That was the new chord from Monday. So pause that, get out your PDF of this handout until you memorize that grid. So any chords that we learned in here, you do need to memorize them. You can't be reading the grids and trying to play the song in rhythm. So memorize that this week if you have not already done so, that C chord shape. And then this week we're going to try to get to the actual strum pattern on this song, which is going to be a different rhythm than we did on Knocking on Heaven's Door. So our strum patterns, that's basically the equivalent of your drum beat, right, for solo, acoustic guitar, or just guitar in general. The strum rhythm is really what determines the rhythm, or the beat of the song. So there are many different variations on strum rhythms. That's why I want you to try to match the ones I'm teaching you exactly, and don't just kind of fudge it on the strum rhythm. That's part of what we're learning here, so it should be precise rhythmically to what I'm teaching you here. So this one, and they're both written down at the bottom of the handouts here. So if we speak this one out loud, which is the way to get it in your head, it's down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, up, down. So those are the directions your pick are going to be going, just exactly like we're saying it. Down, down, up, up, down. So that's 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. So the down stroke is on the down beat. If we're tapping our foot or playing along with the metronome, That's when the downstroke happens. Exactly what our foot is doing, exactly with the metronome, that's the downstroke. And then when you have upbeats, that's the upstroke with the pick. So it's no accident that your pick should be doing exactly what the beat is doing, so your strum rhythm is exactly locked in. Your strum direction of down and up is exactly locked in with the beat. That makes your rhythm much better, and it makes it feel much smoother. So those upstrokes are on what we call the upbeats. Those are our 8 notes in between the downbeats. 2 and those are upstrokes. Down. So let's speak it through before we even try to play it. Say it out loud with me. Yes, you say it out loud so that your whole family down the hall can hear. Here we go. 3, 4, down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up, down. Now let's try that with the C chord. Rewind that as much as you need to until you just get that strum in your ears. Now just hold the C chord. We're not going to change chords yet, and do that strum rhythm. 3, 4, down, down, up, down. Repeat. Down, up, down, down, say it out loud while you do it. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Louder. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. And now let's try that switching chords now. So on this song, you got 2 measures for each chord. So this little symbol here looks like a % sign, just means repeat whatever was in the previous measure. So that means you're going to do each one of these strum rhythms that we just learned as one measure. 1, 2, and 4. That's one measure. So that would be here. Then you would do that again, exact same rhythm, and then you change chords to D. Same thing again here, and then so you're going to change chords every 2 measures in this song all the way through. So that gives you time to think ahead to that next chord. You really got time to make that change and keep the rhythm steady. So let's try that rhythm now, changing chords. And this is going to take some practice if the chords are new for you to be able to, but really for those of you who played chords, focusing on the rhythm, getting the strum exact. Right? Can't really play with other people or play with a band if your rhythm is not steady. So that should be the most important thing, if I haven't driven that home enough this semester. Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. So here's our quarter note. 3, 4, down, down, up, down, up, up. And tap your foot too. Change. Down, up, down. That's the D chord. so if you haven't already listened to this song, like I mentioned, listen to the Pink Floyd version. Wish You Were Here, just look it up. Great, one of the great classic rock bands of all time, Pink Floyd. Fantastic guitar player in that band, David Gilmour. So one of the greats. This is really an acoustic song. It starts with a little guitar solo that we're not going to learn in this class. So what we're learning here, again, is right where the vocals come in, where the singer starts singing. So let's do it one more time. I'll take a crack at trying to sing most of the words here if I remember them. So play along with me, the same thing. 2, 3, 4. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain, can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail? Smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade? That's the top. Your heroes for ghosts. Deep hard ashes for trees. Hot air from the cool breeze. Mixed up the words a little bit. Exchange. Walk on part in the war. Lead role in the cage. There's another solo. Actually, the chord is slightly different in that second verse. So we're just really kind of, this first part is the first verse. I think he leaves out the A minor the second time through. So if you're trying to play along with the recording, we're really focusing on the first verse here, and then we'll go on from there. So getting the chord strum is what you want to focus on, and being able to change the chords without those long pauses. Right, so some of you still have that, pause where you do the strum and stop, find the D chord. So we try to speed up the time it takes. So by the next week, there's no pause at all. You can just keep that strum going right to the next chord. So strum here in C, down, down, up, down, and right on the beat. You get to the D chord. Alright, so be working on that one. Make sure you got that strum rhythm that we mentioned at the bottom. Go back and rewind that. It's very easy to forget that by tomorrow. How did that rhythm go again? Go back to the video where we spoke it out loud. Down, down, up, down. Alright, so be practicing exercise 14 and Fandango from the book. Those two, slow but in rhythm, getting all the right notes this week. Wish You Were Here with the handout. And you want to keep working on your scales. I would say every day you want to start your practice, run through those scales up and down. Those are going to come back on the final as well. So keep keep those scales in shape. That's a great way to just open your practice session every day. Just go through your scales. All right, so be working on that stuff. You can look for the concert paper options by the end of this week. So you can absolutely get started on that, even though it's not due till May 4th, if you want to crank that out in the next week. But do as good a job as you can on it, because it is a big chunk of your grade. All right, so I hope you're all healthy and safe. Please do continue to stay home unless absolutely necessary. Still going to be a ways until we're out of the woods on this thing. So stay safe and well, and I will see you on Monday. All right, take care.